welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be making a card using a couple of different stamp sets. I'm using the Mama Elephant Perfect Pair, the Mama Elephant Carnival Toppers, and the Lawn Fawn Baked with Love. I'm also going to be using some papers from the Spring Fling collection by Pebbles, which may seem odd as we're moving into fall here, but I just really like the color palette and I thought they worked great for birthday cards. So I'm doing things a little bit different today and starting with my sentiment, and that's because sometimes I have trouble lining it up straight and I wanted to die cut this on a banner. So it's easier for me to stamp first and then line up my die around it, as you see there, and that just seems to work better for me for some reason, to have that bold frame around it, so that I can go ahead and tape that into place and run that through my Cuttlebug. And that worked out just fine. So now I'm going to take a little post-it note to protect my work surface and the cat paw from the Perfect Pair stamp set. And I'm going to stamp a little trail of paws using the Memento Luxe Toffee Crunch ink. And I'm just going to zig that back and forth across the panel just to add a little more visual interest. I've stamped out my images at the bottom of that panel. I like to save paper whenever I can, use every little bit up. And so the images from left to right, the candle and the cupcake, are from the Lawn Fawn Baked with Love stamp set. The cat and the milk glass are from the Perfect Pair stamp set by Mama Elephant. And the little hat is also from the Carnival Toppers, just like the sentiment that we used. So a friend of mine actually requested this card to be made for a friend of hers for her birthday. And she sent me a picture of this friend's cat so that I could custom make the card to match. I had the picture off to the side of my desk so that I could refer back to it. Unfortunately, I couldn't share it on the camera because the friend was also in the picture and I didn't want to use it without her permission. That's the great thing, though, about these kind of generic cat and dog images, is that they're so easy to customize to look like your friends or loved ones' pets and really make those cards personal. But I started out with the Y32 and put down my base coat, and now I'm actually taking my darkest shade, the YR23, to do my little stripes. And that's just because I didn't want them to be too dark. I wanted them to be kind of blended out and faded. So now I'm going to go back over those with the YR21, and that should soften those up and just give them a little more texture, which is going to, more look like fur. And then I'll take my Y32 and just blend everything out again. And then I also wanted to add a little bit of shading to the white portions. So I'm using the W1 to just lay in some shadows. I'm even doing that over top of the orange portion of the cat. And then I'll just take the W00 and just blend out the gray. And then add a little R20 for his little nose and ears. I'm also using the R20 for the base coat of my cupcake. And then I'll take a little R22 for my shadows, just following the lines that the artist has drawn there. And then I'll go back to my R20 to blend that out. I'm using G00 and G00 for the cupcake liner to get a nice minty green. And I'm going to use those same shades for my glass bottle over here. I'm just going to give it a little color around the edges to give it that glassy look. And then I'll use E000 for the milk portion just to make it look nice and creamy. And I'll blend out the center with my colorless blender. I'm going back to my green combo for the little party hat, but I'm going to add some G03 into the mix just to get a little bit more dimension on there, and I'm going to go back to my cupcake and add a little bit of that as well. And then I'll just blend that out with the G00 and finish off with the G000. I'm also using those greens for the candle, and then going back to my R20 and R22 for the ball on the party hat, and finishing up with a little Y35 for the flame. Going back to my focal panel, I've got some lemon lawn trimmings, and I'm just going to cut out a piece here and thread it through the holes in my banner, and then I'll just flip it over and tape that to the back with some washi tape. And then I'll grab my images and begin to lay them out and see how I want to arrange them on the card. I'll adhere the smaller elements like the party hat and the candle with some mini glue dots. I actually put the glue dot for the candle on the front so that I could adhere that to the back of the cupcake. And then I just put some foam dots on the back of each of my images and lined them up how I wanted them on the card before I went ahead and peeled those off and pressed them down. And then I'm just taking my C1 marker and adding a little shadow under each of the images here so that they look a little more grounded and not like they're just floating on the panel. And then we can set that aside and go ahead and assemble our card. So my card base is a piece of Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium White cardstock folded to a standard size card. And I'm going to go ahead and adhere some of my pattern paper with some Tombow Mono Multi Glue. I also cut down an additional piece with the Lawn Fawn Stitched Scallop Border Die. And I'll just go ahead and adhere that down as well. And then I have a thin strip of black pattern paper just to serve as an accent. And I'll adhere that down right at the top of the scalloped piece. And then I'll just add my focal panel with some more foam tape. Just get that nice and centered on the card and press that down. And then I'm going to grab my Spectrum Noir clear glitter marker, and I'm just going to do a few accents here. I'm doing the party hat, the frosting on the cupcake, and the milk portion of the bottle of milk, and also the little flame on the cupcake. And I'm doing a double layer of that just to make it nice and sparkly. Gotta have some sparkle on a birthday card. And that's going to complete our card for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to turn my lights on there to see if you can see that glitter a little better. I always have trouble with it showing up on camera, so I hope you can see it. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. If you missed my last video, it's there for you on screen. You can just click the little video clip and it'll take you right to it. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.